What the hell happened to me?
Jumpy, are you alright?
Hey, what are you two doing?
Come on, aren't you coming?
What do you mean to do to us?
Try using your brain first.
All of the cards are in hand.
Holy shit, this is nuts.
Let me show you.
How are you feeling? I am Zero the Third, the king of this kingdom!
I'm plenty friendly.
Hold on a minute!
That is the truth.
Who am I? How can I forget?
Then how do I take it off?
What makes you so sure?
Hello?
Heck yeah. Alright, let's finish this. We're about to end this. Alright. I don't know how I feel. My heart can't take this much more.
This is the
Start.
Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere.
Neptune key. I only have the Uranus key card.
It's a different planet. Plus, it's the wrong kind of key.
Let's turn around and go back for now.
Yeah. Hey, another door. And a card reader this time.
It's the Uranus symbol.
This is the place.
Are we about to meet up with?
Wow!
Oh, at the library.
It's totally full of books!
This is the first time we're in the
There's so
library.
many. I don't know where to look.
All right, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we
We're gonna
split up
find
and look for
Alice?
it.
Okay.
Very well.
Sure thing.
Good. Let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time. Hurry.
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge. As he began his search for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind. Ba-dunk, 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 ba-dunk. Seek a way out! There's a note on that table. Lights to the books. Huh, what does that mean? Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? Each page only sees, what, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader is on to the next? They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness. Rather like myself. It's horrible. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. Not at all. I live in the darkness, yes. But that has gifted me with the ability to catch the truth others might miss. I can hear the voices hidden in the darkness, you say. Boy. In the pages of the book like that. Dad kind? The hell is this? Wasn't that a German mathematician? Maybe it's a compilation of his work. Owen, huh? Owen isn't enough to go on. Perhaps it's about the English Revolution. No. Sheldrake. Isn't Sheldrake? Lebrun's. This book is in German. It looks like it's a complete work of something. Never heard of it. Well, if Snake doesn't know what it is, I don't think we'll ever know. It's the same enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look kind of like music stands. Am I supposed to put something on those stands? The dim lights on the floor. The dim lights are set at 3 pieces across the floor. This bookshelf has sort of a glass inlay. It's pretty big, but there's only 6 books in it. That seems kind of weird. Hey, it looks like there's something on the bottom. I can't really see it though. The glass is all foggy. I don't know the number. I'm placing it bolted down. I don't think it's a door. I think it's just a wall. Algebraic number theory, math, huh? There's another one like that over here. I mean, something like primary number theory or analytical number theory or geometry. Oh my gosh, how did you know? Nobody said anything about those. Well, number theory is usually split into 4 chief disciplines. I hate it here. If there was a book named Algebraic Number Theory, I took a wild guess that the other theory would be there as well. Looks like I was right. Pythagorean theorem. This is a famous one. Like there are a number of math books in this section. I hate it here. I hate this section. That's a weird book, Junpei. Indian Mathematist. That's funny. Why that's funny? I don't know. This one's Gold Box Conjecture. Conjecture? What's this about? Like Mashka Psychic or something? Right, I bet it's about Julie, isn't it? It may have odd titles, but it's actually a very respectable mathematician book. It deals with one of the unsolved problems of additive numbers theory. Oh, sorry, I said anything. Look, let's not get into this right now, okay? It says Riemann hypothesis. What is there to hypothesize about with a Riemann? Isn't it pretty straightforward? Heavens no, there are many factors: length, girth, lubrication, or lack of. It's an exciting, rapidly growing field. Whoa. Be smart. Modern Japanese literature, huh? What's this? Origin of Japanese folklore. Looks like there's a bunch of books about Japanese culture here. We'll see one about folklore, though. Well, folklore. Why am I saying it like that? We cover a wide range of subjects: history, urban life, religious trends, environmental changes, oral tradition, folklore. I hate it here. I'm leaving. Agriculture and historical organization, and that word, a picture book here? It's like it's an old word. Don't you think it's a little weird that this book's the only picture book? Maybe you ought to hold on to it. It's a book. It's got a magic wand on it. Okay. So what's inside? Well, aren't you gonna open it? Pretty sure it's gonna have pages inside. Oh, it's a... I thought I said sex. SE-5. What is that? See, well, when I open it, these 4 letters pop out, so I guess it's a pop-up book, huh? SE-5. I wonder what that means. I don't know. The books you want to with this one. Whoa, what's this? Form? Oh? Sorry. Oh, no, I'm sorry. What's the deal with this sappy stuff? What do we touch? The books here in all sorts of languages, but there's something suspicious about the shelf on the left. Something suspicious about the shelf on the left. I don't know what that means. Still these titles. They're all just gibberish. Hey, what if we like switch them around? Switch them around? Yeah. If we move around, maybe they'll spell something. Oh, I get it. Yeah, heck, it's worth a shot. I got nope. Bubble. How about this? Looks like Polygon's book is ready to open this thing right up. That was a piece of cake. Hooray! You did it, Junpei! I guess that turned out well enough. The letters from the title spell out, open here, find bulb. Powerful light bulb. Yeah, it's really big, so it makes a lot of light. Are property values going up out of space to these days? Man, I guess times are tough for aliens too. This one says cosmic inflation. Supersymmetric string theory in 10-dimensional space-time. They're just talking about superstring theory. It's a theory of reality where, how to explain? It says that all elements of the universe are governed by the vibration and harmonics of tiny supersymmetric strings. What's this? An overview of conformal field theory. Ah, well, it's a theory that posits an invariant quantum field where conformal transformation can take place. Or posits. Knock it off with this science and voodoo stuff. You trying to put me to sleep? Quantum gravity 7. Do you have any idea what this is? How about you start by using real words, then maybe we'll get somewhere. Theorem of general relativity, huh? Oh, I know this one. That's Einstein, right? Maybe. Faraday's law, electrolysis. I believe it's going to be about electrolysis. An electrolyte solution. These particular laws were sent down by Michael Faraday. Surrounded by nerds. Mother Nature. That's a book about hippie chicks. Probably not, except perhaps tangentially. It's most likely about environmental protection. I was just trying to make a joke. Dude, hippie chicks? Really? Fossils. Ammonite. Slow, bro. I'm pretty nasty. Why did mankind lose their tails? Junpei, do you know what this one's about? Why are you asking me? I don't even know. I didn't even know we had tails to lose. Maybe you should ask a human with a tail. Mankind's ancestors most likely lost their tails as they were no longer useful, and the nutrients required to grow them were better put to use elsewhere. At least that's what I read, but I was rather young. I may have remembered it incorrectly. Huh. Why the hell would a kid be reading a book like this? A kid, huh? Micrographia, huh? Oh yes, Robert Hooke's famous work. First published in 1665. He built a microscope and examined insect and organic substance and other things too small to be seen in detail by the human eye. Wow. And I drew pictures of many of the things he examined and published in the book. I hazard a guess that the shell contains some natural sciences. Transition of extinct species, about low creatures. Theory of evolution. Heck, even I know this one. This that Darwin guy, right? Well, yes and no. Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of Species. In it, he put forth his theories of evolution. Yeah, I remember that part. He called it natural selection. Exactly. Then there was other dudes that started doing that, and all that jazz. All that jazz. Creatures in the South Sea, huh? Wonder if this one's got a picture of colorful fish and stuff. Introduction to Geology, skip. There's a Cambrian explosion. There's a bomb go off somewhere named Cambria. Wrong kind of explosion. Roughly 500 million years ago was known as the Cambrian period. Research suggests that the variety of living organisms increased by an order of magnitude. Why that happened, however, is still something of a mystery. There are numbers of theories. This book is most likely a collection of them. Mind swap. Change body with someone? Well, I guess I wouldn't mind switching bodies with my brother Junpei too much. I'd rather die than let Seven switch with me. What the hell? Like I even want to swap bodies with a little brat like... Hey, were you just imagining it? You were! Shut up. Yeah, well, he wasn't the only one. Perverts. I'm surrounded by perverts. I'm playing as a pervert. I'm not even pronouncing that. Yeah, see, even Junpei can pronounce it. Who's that? Some famous guy? Not a person. His name is the name of a fictional book created by that dude. It's said to be one of the sources used in the creation of the legendary Book of the Dead and Necronomicon. Oh, so these are all cult books and stuff. Golden rabbit and the moon on it. Does it mean about a rabbit that lives on the moon? Rabbits are pretty cute, but what's the moon stuff about? It's talking about the Judas tree that is said to grow on the moon according to Chinese legend. Huh? Okay, sure. Let's go over that. Telepathy. Never heard of teletemporation. It refers to having the ability to travel through time. Energy theory, huh? I don't even understand the damn title. Looks like this stuff's all science and technology. Bro, there's so many. Oh, there's many things. Black hole, area, gamma rays, astronomy. It looks like a lot. Like the other one that we found. Native American cover. Hey, Junpei, take a look at this one. Native American, huh? Maybe it's got some. Whoa! LRK popping out. I can't make any of it though. Large, round, and kinky? Nah, probably not. 7. Greek. History of medieval period. Sir Lancelot? Is he just a story? I don't think you're gonna find a guy who didn't really exist in a history book. Buddhism. Heritage of Rome. Simian creatures. Monkey. Greek mythology. Damn, that thing's huge. Can't imagine anyone actually read the whole thing. Hey, shout out to my Greek nerds. Let's get mythology nerds, stand up. For sure, just put me to sleep. It says 7, not me. Just listening to you read those styles giving me a headache. Can't say fancy technology stuff and I can't read well. Keep on talking about this stuff and you're gonna put me to sleep. But man, I really like to sleep. Big opening is the door to the library. It's pretty impressive. Almost like the door to a shrine or a church or something. There's another door there, and then a passageway beyond that. The end of the passageway is a door with that Neptune symbol engraved on it. Hurry up and just find the key to unlock the Neptune. Okay, this sounds like a job for the best brother and sister team in the world. Man, 6, 7, I don't even exist. Honestly, you guys go off. I hate this room. Junpei, you think maybe you're supposed to put those pop-up books on the stand? Then you can open them up. Oh yeah, if we do that, then we're gonna make a shadow at the bottom here. True, but there are 3 stands, right? We don't have enough picture books. In other words, we use 3 picture books. Alright, clicking everything. Nope, nothing here, nothing here. Nothing here. Alright. Next. Next. I think I already checked all these. Okay, so that maybe equals that to go there to go bam. Maybe. I don't know. All I know is I hate this room. Cosmic inflation, string, got all that. History. Bam. 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 Oriental history. Maybe this one's about China's 4,000 years of history or something. Chinese history and Oriental history aren't the same thing. This one's called History of the Western World. Well, I assume it's right. European history. Yeah. Just gonna leave it at that. Just gonna leave it at that, Snake. Doesn't seem like you. One of the books on the shelf is called Greek Mythology. My Greek people stand up. This one, it looks like just like the picture book earlier, the one with the pop-ups. You think they're part of a series or something? They do have the same lighting. Baseball. Let's see what's in it. I'm gonna go on a limb and say it's probably a baseball stud. Woo! Head. Oh look, 7, here's a book that's perfect for you. It's called Correlation of Muscle, Bone Density, and Bone Strength. You're just saying it because it just says muscle. Principle of monkey behavior, huh? Imagine it's a book describing the studies of monkeys. Monkey. Monkeys are very similar to human evolutionary, so I imagine it was ritualistic. Fruitful, human brain, nervous system. I would like to read about it. Time, I'm kind of curious about it too. There's gotta be a reason why people connect with each other, you know? Atlas. Recreation of lost human functions. Do you think they're talking about if you like lose part of your body and then you can grow back? I don't think so. Maybe they're talking about reconstructing abilities that humankind once possessed. In other words, they may be talking about cultivating a 6th sense. Man, ancient gladiators. Human equilibrium theory. Human anatomy. Regeneration of internal organs. The equivalent law of exchange. The book is called Dissection. This bookshelf must be all medical books. From what I can tell, it sounds as though books have been organized by genre. The library must be massive. I might rather be by how well organized it is. Alright, let's go in here. It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. Okay, how about we try putting these picture books on the stand then? It's a little weird. The 3 lights in the same door aren't very bright though. Didn't we find some kind of really powerful light bulb there? Why don't you put it in one of these lights? Yeah, well, it'll get a lot brighter, but if there are 3 lights, that means 3 light bulbs. There won't be much point until we can replace the 3 bulbs. Need 3 light bulbs, huh? Shelled? Half? Got the volume number and low part of the spine. Okay, so shelled looks like an R. Uh-oh. Books on the glass shelf from left to right to say volume 632415. 632415. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Gabe. So helpful. 4, 1, 5. You did it, Junpei! Yay! I don't know why, but I don't feel really particularly happy about being praised for this. Whatever, at least the lock's open now. Let's see if we can get it open, alright? Powerful light bulb, feels like a light bulb, pretty high wattage too, unless I miss my gain. This should generate quite a bit of light. Well, shoot. Lights to the book. I don't think I'm missing anything else. I was just wish I don't have any more light bulbs. I don't have any more wishing. Shoot, where could it be? The handrail's made of metal, wow. God, with all these past episodes of just going through the lights, I wish I could just take a bulb now. Alright, thank you, genius. Alright, time to just click a bunch of different books. The roof is just wanted to see the cover, not the spine. Let's look at it, okay? Looks like there's a whole lot of space behind these books. Alright, look, Junpei, there's something hidden behind the books. We got a light bulb. I guess I just missed a spot. That happens, dude. Broski. Let's go back and solve the puzzle now. Alright, so I think I'm gonna change them. Now they should be much brighter. Awesome, it worked. Way to go, Junpei. Good job, buddy. There's something projecting at the bottom. Those letters, they seem familiar.
Sheldrake 5?
I think I saw the rest of this collection somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here.
Yeah, behind us.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Sheldrake.
Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean.
Yeah, Lotus told me about him.
There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Really? From Lotus, huh?
I know, I was surprised
Well,
too.
Clover also said something to me about that stuff.
She did?
Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
That girl. I told her not to tell anyone.
You did? Why?
Well,
Look, man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay?
tell you what?
Don't give me that. About the experiment.
Ugh. Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything. But not here. Let's move to the top floor.
Okay.
I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet, and why I made sure Clover did as well. To be honest, the explanation is quite simple. Zero told me not to. I had little choice. He didn't walk up and tell me, of course. He gave me a message engraved on a card.
The Braille.
That's a Braille card. It looks just like the one you showed us earlier. So you had 2 cards.
No, only one.
Huh? What do you mean? I thought that card just had some rules for the nonary game on it.
No, he kept some things.
Yes, it did.
Obviously.
And those were the rules I read you. However,
I did not read everything.
they were not the only thing on the card. There was something I
did.
didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say there was something I couldn't read.
And that was?
Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago. Tell, and I activate your sister's detonator. It's a threat on our lives.
Oh. Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too?
I don't believe she did. But doesn't it strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers?
Yeah.
To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you. That girl.
What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff. She's prancing around downstairs happy as a clam now that you're back.
True.
That's very true. I've decided I can trust you. I've decided to tell you the truth.
That's good. I didn't trust you until you came out of the coffin, honestly.
The chance that Santa is Zero is very high. I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment. And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us.
Why?
Clover told me about the four-leaf clover, about the words. If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it.
Oh, I guess we did.
He
Okay.
wouldn't kill us, no matter what the situation was.
Hey, Snake?
Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment.
Yeah.
How much do you know?
Clover told me about...
A girl dying.
I see.
Nevada.
The morphogenetic field in the experiments 9 years prior. How the experiments had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada. And the girl that died during the experiment. She told you all that, did she?
Yes, sir.
At any rate, I now know how much you've learned. All that remains for us to determine
is who did this and why, right?
yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yes. The people who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals. There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongo, Nagisa Nijisaki, Teruaki Kubota, Kagechika Musashido. Hongo was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Oh, that's Ace. We know it's Ace.
Nijisaki was his right-hand man and did the lion's share of the planning.
That's probably Guy X, honestly.
Kubota led the company's research and development division.
Uh,
Musashido was their majority stockholder.
honestly, from right to left, the guy that's highlighted right now, that could have been the captain, except he had hair, so never mind. And then we have the guy that's probably Guy X. We have Ace, and then probably Guy 9.
It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment. Let me
there's no
simplify it
relevancy
for
at all,
you.
and I'm just
Hongo
bullshitting,
designed it,
yeah.
and Nijisaki put it all together. Kubota developed the technology required, and Musashido provided the cash.
So it's Hongo, Nijisaki, Kubota, Musashido...
Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale. To that end, they organized a top-secret team to assist them with their research. All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team, and they were able to begin the project. They named it the Nonori Project.
Yes, sir.
The purpose of the experiment was to research the prospect of controlling a human mind through sheer will. The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field. Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize? Why did the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change? Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation? Experiments with humans produced the same results. The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more
Or there was...
Why is that? How could it happen? The answer is that the shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye. And through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer.
Hence why we're getting this very final true ending, because of that
That's
event.
essentially the idea behind morphogenetic fields.
But that's just a theory.
Can't bring yourself to believe it?
Yeah.
Let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to do it. Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murder. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial.
So what matters here is that Hongo believed in the morphogenetic field.
That's right.
But I still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people, right? That is what you were saying.
Yes.
So how are they going to do that with a morphogenetic field?
I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem. The chance of you knowing that answer, even if no one has told you, will go up. Let's have another example, shall we? Say 1 million people were to do a handstand right now. Tomorrow, the chances of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing of this hypothetical mass handstanding. Mankind's thought process and actions are all part of a resonant event. All of the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you. Of course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far?
Yeah.
Now, if there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people, what would happen? If that one person were to do a handstand, other people would find themselves wanting to do handstands as well. Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do?
Come on, there's no way.
I'm not done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person. This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand. What if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that and use it to make other people do handstands? What would happen then? A person who has the power to write to the field, and someone who can read from the same. You could think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver. What would the world be like if there were people with abilities like these?
So the transmitter's resonant event can be transmitted through the field and sent to the receiver. And then the transmitter can control the receiver however they wish. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes. Close enough, at least.
Come on, that's just crazy.
Well, if you want to prove that, then you'll have to test it first. At least, that was how they thought. That was why they decided to do their experiment. That was how the Nonary project began.
Okay.
By the way, Junpei?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever heard of the Gansfeld experiment?
Yeah, that was an experiment
Yes.
in telepathy, right? You place a pair of subjects in separate rooms. Then you show one a picture and ask the other what they see.
Interesting. I'm impressed. Yes, that is exactly correct.
I don't
So,
know who told us
why
this.
did you bring up the Gansfeld experiment?
It was used to screen subjects for the Nonary project. The hospital in a remote town was affiliated with Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret. Some of them, he found, had potential. He began to gather children that showed promise, children that seemed as though they might be able to access the field. Of course, none of them volunteered. They were kidnapped.
Shocking, I know.
There were 9 pairs of siblings taken, for 18 children total. For reasons that were not fully understood at the time, each pair had one transmitter and one receiver. They were split perfectly. As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9. The children who were put into Group Q were the ones who excelled at transmitting. They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert. The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A.
I wonder what Lotus's kids
Group
were.
A was then placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic.
Or maybe like one child was on each side.
From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following.
Kids are
There are
rad.
2 things that can increase one's resonance with the fields. The first is epiphany. The other is danger.
It's death.
Have you ever been faced with an especially difficult problem and thought about it very long and very hard until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind?
Yeah, me during math.
It may seem obvious to say so, but that is what is meant by epiphany. The information obtained through that epiphany can be easily transmitted through the fields, where it can be easily interpreted. Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access. That's where Hongo came in. They set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic. The participants had to solve each one before they could move to the next room. Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger. He had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the Nonary game as the ship sunk. The children from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined to the mock experiment building, Building Q. Building Q duplicated the interior and puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Every detail was exactly the same. Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you have the answers, transmit that information to the children in Group A. If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape. But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink, and your brothers and sisters will drown. Those were his orders. Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely? It was because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule. All of the equipment, the instruments, everything. All of it identical. Everything was just like the real Apollo 13. NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts found themselves in. By putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to solve the problems the astronauts were dealing with. Once they found solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard the actual capsule. That was how they were able to return safely. It was the same with the Gigantic in Building Q.
Interesting.
The children from Group Q had to use the power of epiphany to solve the puzzles they found and transmit what they learned through the fields.
So what if hypothetically one person from one side in the duo gets eliminated? What happens to that person on the other side? How screwed would they be?
The children in Group A, however, they had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the next stage. That is the simplest explanation I can manage.
Hey, Junpei, Snake! How much longer are you two gonna sit around on those bony asses?
Hey, yo, you looking at my ass?
Get down here already!
He's right. Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We need to get out of here and soon.
Hold it. There's one more thing I want to ask you. Are you sure that there were 18 kids?
Why?
Well, I thought it was only 16.
Oh, yes. That was what they said on the news, wasn't it? Yes, I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment. After all, you couldn't exactly play a nonary game with any less, could you?
Well, yeah, but are you saying that the news got it wrong?
Yes, I am. There were 2 more children.
Interesting.
However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine no one filed a police report when they went missing. They were brother and sister, like Clover and I.
Santa doesn't have a parent. Santa doesn't have parents.
The brother's name was Aoi. The sister's name was... Her name was Akane. That was the girl who died.
Wait. Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago?
Red fucking flag!
Then, who is June?
I called it.
No.
I called it.
No.
I called it.
That's impossible. It can't be true. Akane isn't that uncommon of a name. If Snake had known her last name, that's a different matter entirely. So they share a name. A lot of other people do too. It doesn't mean anything. It was someone else. Of course it was. It has to be.
Is something wrong, Junpei? Your breathing sounds strange.
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm fine. Let's get back down there, all right? I couldn't do it. Why didn't I ask? What's her last name? I just couldn't get the words to come out.
You should have. That's it. That's what the shadow picture was pointing to. But didn't it say 5 at the end of the shadow picture? Yes, I think we need to find the 5th volume. Oh, check it out. There's a big red button behind the book. I guess we should press this button. Oh. that sound? It sounded like something really big was moving. Did you guys really not see the... Okay. It came from the top floor. Alright, let's go check it out. 13, 14, 10, 13. Into letters. It looks like you can only enter 4 letters. Let's see how it works. Guess you need to hit enter once and you can erase it. Got it. Let's give it a shot. 13. In the alphabet, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. I hate the alphabet. God damn it. Okay. So we got M, N. There's no way. Damn it, I just don't get this. What the hell's the point of these Roman... What is Snake doing? These Roman numerals, if you convert them to Arabic numerals, you'll have 13, 14, 10, 13. Thank you. But... MNJM. Junpei, I was thinking, isn't this kind of like the other one? The one you remember? The one in the captain's room? No! Is it fucking base 10? I hate it here. This is right. I don't remember the captain. Didn't we do like base 10 type deal? I'm trying to remember. Because it was 0, but it wasn't 0. We had to do something else with the numbers. It was like what, the hexadecimal? Okay, so wait, that's the case. Hexadecimal. 10 is A, 11 is B, C, D. After D is E. Son of a bitch, dead. Hey, I'm gonna say this again. I don't know if I actually said it out loud before, but screw hexadecimals. I hate it. It can go down a hole. You did it, Junpei. It's unlocked now. Good job, Junpei. Yep. Screw hexadecimals. Hold on, we got too excited. The bachelor was dead, remember? Makes me think whatever's waiting for us isn't good. So what? Geez, you're such an old lady. We can't be worrying about stuff like that. I mean, come on, we got it to unlock, didn't we? Let's go, hurry up. Alright, let's get this thing open. You found it! I hate hexadecimals.
Alright, this is the next.
Ugh, the door!
Did that just close on its own?
Don't tell me we can't go back.
I don't know. Let's see. Damn it. It looks like it locks automatically.
Is there any other way out?
Well, there's another door over on the right. There's a card reader next to it. It's got a red light on it, though, so I'm pretty sure it's locked, too.
But there is a card reader, right?
Yeah.
Then perhaps if we find a key card, we could open the door and leave?
Well, yeah, that might work, but...
Hey! Wait a minute! Are you saying we're gonna have to search through this room for one little card?
Oh, man.
It's a mess.
Looks that way.
No way!
For real?
Well, we can sit down and wait to die, if that's what you prefer. I rather doubt that, however, so it would be wise to start looking. We haven't much time. Let's find that key card. Oh, and the Neptune key as well. We won't be able to get through the hallway without it. All right then, let's begin.
Dink, ba-dink, dink, ba-dink, ba-dink. Find a way out. Or seek a way out. I will never learn. Seek a way out. Oh my god, it's so messy. There are piles of crap everywhere. Man, this place is a mess. It's so messy. I don't know where to start. Some of this crap looks familiar. I think a lot of these are parts of the puzzles we solved in the other rooms. Don't say that. If that's true, then this room could be Zero's laboratory. Perhaps Zero would shut himself in this room to devise the machines and puzzles he'd need to see his plan come to fruition. Hey Junpei, isn't that the nautical table? Yeah, I feel like I've seen this before. The material has been added to the file screen. I pressed the wrong button. It was found in a drafting room. The faded lines on the right edge might be connected to the line on the edge. Yeah. Good. Oh, Kyle. Look, Junpei, the rest on here looks like Elvis's face. What? How? Where do you see Elvis? Gosh, this has been big and really sturdy. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be heavy duty. I suppose it belongs to whoever uses this room, wouldn't you say? Old computer monitors on his desk. You don't see CRT monitors that much anymore. Button. The control panel in front of the big screen here. I wonder if any of these buttons do anything. Okay, I hate it here. Something on the screen now. What's this? There are 15 cells here and numbered letters in them. Let me see that. Ah, I see. Whenever you touch a cell, the one next to it turns on or off. You gotta use that to make the all cells on the right and the bottom green. Hey Junpei, I found this piece of paper under that thing. You want to take a look at it? Do you think this might have something to do with the puzzle? The piece of paper Clover gave me. There are a bunch of numbers and letters connected by equal signs to it. So like I said, it's probably related to the puzzle on the screen somehow. Thanks, Clover. This really helps. Teehee. Alright, let's go back and try again. Anyway, it looks like it's going to make all the cells all green. I hate it here. Okay, so A equals 10. So 10. 13 plus 6. What? Oh, oh. I'm just pressing buttons. It's probably like a more better way to do it, but at the same time, it's also gonna be funny when I do it by accident. Bum, 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 ba-dum. These are harder to explain. According to the chart, Clover game, you just need to plug in a number for each lever. What does that mean? Do I not have to make them all line up? No, because this does. Okay. I lit up. Shoot, I didn't mean to restart. That's done. Okay, so Nancy here. You. There. Wi-Fi here. I don't want the D. I don't want the D. Get the D away from me. Move that there, move that there. Alright, reset. Okay, so we do that. I hate it here. That was so much difficult than it needs to be. What the fuck? You're so smart. Fuck off, Clover. That was. You seem to do such a. Shut up. I hate both of you. We got kids. We don't get time. We don't got time. Look at this. Check out the right edge of the car. The lid said open and something came out. Man, honestly, that was a hard puzzle. I didn't even have to fill in all the sections. Garbage puzzle. Damn, looks like this thing's locked. It stopped moving. It's pretty obvious how I was supposed to open it. Yep. We gotta get 4 more crests. Whoa, well, now we got a screen here. What is this? Oh, wait a minute. So something like this when I figured out that Morse code puzzle back in the communication office. Morse code? Yeah, the dots on here look like it's put in 2 dots in line. Oh, I don't understand. Well, perhaps you should give it a shot anyway. Alright, I'll try. Before I do that, though, we gotta run through the instructions. But you tap the button, if hit the dit, if hold the button, it'll hit the once we enter, I'm going to make the character now. Alright, let's do it! Oh. Let's give it another shot. Before I do that, though, dit and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. No, stop. Stop. I don't want to do it. No, stop. No, stop it. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Halt. Cease. Looks like there's a compass on it. Okay, what do you mean? I guess you weren't closed by solid puzzle like this one in the wheelhouse. You seem to do the same thing here. Same thing. The important part of this article table we just found. I had to match up the direction of the compass with the lines on a nautical table. I used the steering wheel in the wheelhouse, but this time I think I'm going to use the wheel attached to the side here. Okay, then show me then. Now. Just touch direction. I turn to the compass will turn in that direction, and then I just gotta press stop, and the compass is pointing to where I want to. Bang, so I'm looking, I can do it right. Let's do this. Okay. South. West. Then southeast. And then northeast. And then east. And then north. And then east. We did it! We did it, Junpei. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Why are you saying it like that? Oh, it's not good ground right now. Oh, check out the mouth. It kind of like slid open. Someone came out. Oh, yeah. Weird noise, too. You know that big box in the hall by the exit? I think it made a noise. Like something unlocking, you know? Noise, huh? Something written on this piece of paper. We said we got 3 sheets of the stuff. I'm too, but I the bell screen. Okay. Maybe now I can solve the Morse code puzzle. Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to spell. She says AI to this dash. There does not seem to be a pattern that determines which collection of dots and dash signs which letter. The most good about that is I don't understand. Frame is black. Red is so black. Why? Pretty damn creepy. There's a coffin in here. Coffin. A coffin. Oh man, does Seven think? Yeah. He's all pale. He's thinking the same thing I am. No way, could this be? But what's going on? It's a coffin! I wonder if there's a vampire in it. I guess Clover Snake don't know the story. Man, I can't bring myself to tell them. Well, anyway, let's have a look around. There's another plaque at the coffin. Snake's touching it. All ice. Ah. The two machines. Oh, holy shit, man, this is serious. Oh, well, let's open it, shall we? Clover, if you could give me a hand. Okay, I got it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ah. Oh, look. It doesn't seem to be ready to open. Yeah, but it's like it's screwed shut or something. Yeah, but it's locked in some other way. Hey, Seven, you think you can open it with your superhuman strength? No, What's wrong? I think I'll just pass on this one, okay? What the heck? Very well, very well. We'll just have to give up the coffin for now. Let's look around a little more. Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the force of knowledge beneath the navel. The gigantic. Is that the actual truth? Truth? Maybe that's the key. Maybe it's All are ice. The rest letter you need are made of 2 symbols, 4 symbols, and 1 symbols respectively. Well, isn't that what you said? One line has 2 space, the next 4, and the last only a single space. Okay, either enter the dot or the spaces instead of 2 and instead of 4 and 1. Boop, boop. We did it! It was ice. Let's go. Puzzle God. Puzzle God. How did you know? All I had to do was listen to the sound the machine made. That's all. After that, it was a trivial matter to decode them. Ah, yes. I believe I heard a noise from somewhere to the right. The device after you solved the puzzle. It sounded rather like something sliding open. Do you see anything that could make that noise? Yeah, that's true. Oh, yes. One more thing. I heard a sound from behind the shutter. Perhaps the coffin is on lockdown? What? Dead body. Alright, fine. I'll open it. Hey, Junpei, you can do this. It's just a box. It's just a box. Holy shit. This is a coffin. There's gonna be something horrible in there. I just know it. Okay, okay. Deep breath. Here we go. Nothing in there. Oh man, there's nobody in there. Shit, can't believe I was scared of something like that. What do you mean, nobody? Were you expecting someone to be in there? That's a long story. Ask Junpei about it sometime. Huh? Just like 7 said, there's nobody in there. Alice walked away. There is something in there, though. Well, 2 somethings, actually. What is that? There are 2 things at the bottom of the coffin. Looks like we got a plate with an emblem on it, and the Neptune key! Yes, we finally found it, and we can get through the hallway. That's great. Clover. But we do need to get out of this room first, you know. Yeah. Okay, let's get the hell out of here as quickly as possible. I think I should reduce to that. Only we'll use the Neptune key in this room. It's really important though, so I'll keep it in my pocket for now. As far as this other thing goes, go back to the ting. Where was the ting? Where was it? Was it? Well, that doesn't seem too bad. We won't have to bring them in, however. Well, what? Where was the thing we had to put it in the press? Man, I don't remember. Here. Oh my god, I don't know where we put it. Okay, we put it here. Okay. Huh? Nothing happened. Wait, what's Snake's doing? Feel symbols engraved just above each indentation. On the upper left is a steering wheel symbol. Steering wheel, cross, circle, waffle. Touch a numbered area, that area will be selected and will turn blue to indicate this touching a numbered ball. After selecting the area, cause that ball to move to that area. However, you cannot move the red ball. You can only move 2 to 5 balls into a single area. Press the check button once you have all move the ball and match the number of that area. That's it. Whoever likes to set a perfect, let's give it a shot. Which means practice makes perfect. Hey, let's see you solve the next one, then you can make fun of me. Okay, guess we... Okay. You cannot use this number. Okay. Let's say for that. right there. So 6. So this combination will now open the door. When you touch an open area to be selected, you're gonna move the red ball, you're gonna only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. Okay. No, don't repeat the rules again! Alright. So 3 in one area, 5 in the other. Got it! This is it, right? But things happening. Still see more indentation left. I imagine what will happen when they all fill. Does not seem likely. Waffle goes here. I didn't mean to put it there. 2 cross, mysterious circle. Cross. Oh, okay. He's a triangle, right? Alright. Now we can't use that. Okay. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. Oh, that's because that's not the silly me. Wait. No, that's not right. Okay. Got it! Easy! That's awesome, Junpei. There's only 2 left now. You can do it. Damn, it probably even looks like worse like the last one. Looks like the rules are the same, though. Don't you think you should double check it? Come on, this time I've done it. I'll be fine. So this is, you can't think of anything clever. Please don't strain yourself. You might need to hurt something. Ah, shut up. Just give me a break, alright? I'll think of something. 7 and 7. Interesting. Nope, that didn't work, as I thought. Because that does not equal that. I did it again. I keep adding to 17, not getting into the digital group. I need 16 for each side. So... easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's actually getting easier. It's not getting harder. The more variables you have, the harder it gets. But the more you short it up, it gets easier. solve the puzzle, sir, something will happen. All right, I'll solve it in no time. 17. Boop, 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 boop. What? I made it equal to 18. Again, I need 17. Wait, 9, 10, 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. What do you mean that's wrong? You want to look at me and tell me that I'm wrong? How is that wrong? How is that wrong? That's right. What the fuck? Okay. That's wrong, obviously. That makes sense. Here's a 9. So you, and you. I think we just did the same exact thing. I love it. Oh, 3 to 5. 3 to 5? We don't have 5. How's that possible? Oh, wait. I hate it here, I guessed. I don't even know what that added up to. Way to go, Junpei. You answered all the questions. Damn, Junpei, good job! Hey, did you hear something just now? Yes, I heard that as well. From the bottom left corner of the desk, I believe. I guess, man. Oh, we're gonna find out that it's Ace!
A picture?
Oh, no.
What the?
I was right.
What the hell is this? This man with a mustache on the right. He's the same guy we found murdered in the captain's
he did
quarters.
have hair.
And the second man
Let's go.
with the glasses and a doctor's coat. He's the 9th man, the one with bracelet number 9.
I'm proud of myself.
He died after he went into door 5.
Let's go.
But this guy, the one in the striped suit.
Hey, round of applause for me, all right? I finally got something right.
Oh man, that's Ace.
Yeah, I guess it is.
No doubt about it.
But what does it mean? What is Ace doing in this picture? Not only Ace, the 9th man and Cap too. And they look happy, like they knew each other well. Why? How? How in the world are these four men connected?
You say Ace is in that picture?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently, though. Ace, the ninth man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger.
Ah, so the ninth man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarters are also in the picture?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see it.
No, there's one more guy. He's got kinda long hair, he looks smart, but a little cold.
I solved the case.
He's the only one I don't recognize.
What's the date of the photograph?
It doesn't have one.
Did you look on the back?
Back?
Yes, the reverse. The other side.
Praying for the success of the Nonary project. With Nijisaki, Kubota, and Musashido. Then the 4 men in this picture were the organizers of the Nonary game 9 years ago. That means Ace, the ninth man, and Cap were all responsible for making it happen. But I feel like I should be more shocked about this. It's almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be. Why? Why am I not surprised?
Because we already knew it in a past.
Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary project. But why? Why am I so calm? It's like I already knew.
Yes, sir!
Ah, of course. I understand now. Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo.
Ace is Hongo?
I had my suspicions from the beginning. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil.
Yeah,
I couldn't be sure, though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him. Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
Yes, sir!
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have.
'Cause you were in
9 years
Nevada.
ago, you were in Building Q in Nevada, but Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
I know. That's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me.
Do we still believe that they're siblings at this point?
I'm sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you. But if I'd told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else. And if you did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent that.
Hey, Junpei, you think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
Yes,
Sure.
sir!
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido.
Oh, we're about to get your I'm a
Hongo,
cop
Kubota,
flashback.
Nijisaki, Musashido.
I mean, it makes sense.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido.
Oh, nope, that's not what I want to check. Oh my god, we still have a long way to go. I thought this was gonna be a short stream. What the fuck?
Hey, Seven, do you...
It's all because of these puzzles.
Shut it! Just be quiet. I'm this close to remembering. This close. Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nonary Project. Shit.
What?
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
What's nuts?
I remember
Remember what?
everything.
Everything?
Yeah, I remember all of it.
Let's go!
My memory's back. I remember what happened before I got snatched.
That's good.
What?
Let me tell you what happened. Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo. From the right, the other 3 are Musashido, Nijisaki, and Kubota. Musashido was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man, and Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiments.
How do you know all this?
Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back!
Because I'm a cop.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it.
You really want to know?
Of course.
Me too.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
Well, we don't have 3 days.
Just say that
Just
you're
give
a
us
cop
the
and
short
you're
version,
investigating
all right?
this case.
Short version, huh? Alright, fine. I'll give it a shot.
I just gave you
promises,
the
though.
short version. We're good.
I'm a detective. It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type. I hold to my own code, as I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That's why I followed my gut that night. A slim lead brought me to the wharf. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck, and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common: a history of visits to one particular hospital. A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. My investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I headed to the wharf. In the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags. The bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun. I could kill you right now. It'd be easy to get away with it, too. Just tie an anchor to your feet, and no one would find you for a week. That what you want? The fish here would love a meal.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
A drug?
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that. I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it! Shit, my head hurts! I did a quick once-over of the room. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but it won't open. Not like I expected much else. It would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed and sat down. Huh. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying. But I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5, or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it. Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit. But I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold on. Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then... Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch? I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside. The first bit or so was tight. I had a wriggle on my belly. It wind up eventually, and there was space for me to crawl along on my hands and knees. I went from crawling like a worm in dirt to skittering like a bug. Couldn't say it was much better, but I'd take what I could get. And when I'd been in the thing long enough to start wondering where it'd take me, a massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. It was like a heavy metal door had just been slammed shut. Then there was a voice.
Oh. I know exactly where that is.
What?
All these
I wasn't sure what it meant, but anything with incinerator is bad news. Then, almost as if that was a cue, I heard a mess of young-sounding voices. A bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror, and all the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up. Damn it! What the hell is going on here? I scrambled through the duct as fast as I could. I made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that point.
Fair.
I soon found a metal door on the left side of the duct. The kids were screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open. I almost ripped the metal off his hinges. What the hell is this place? I couldn't believe what I saw.
Oh,
Room
so
had a
that
dome
was the
up top.
incinerator
It
room.
had to be about 9 walls. all
I
the
thought
same
it was
size.
the laboratory. That makes a lot of sense.
Up in the ceiling was an upside-down funnel. Almost like a chimney. I looked down. There they were. The kids I'd been searching for.
And there's Santa.
They all gawked
and
up at
there's
me, suddenly silent,
June, or
for the moment,
Akane.
from surprise and fear. Scared of the room or me, I couldn't tell. Probably both, actually. Not like I can blame them running into a mug like this when they're already scared shitless.
I don't know who the other two are.
I snorted in my own dig at myself and turned to the kids. Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there, frozen. Well,
Would
except
Santa
one.
recognize Seven?
He was a boy, slightly older than the others, in a private school uniform.
Who the hell are you?
He stepped forward and glared at me suspiciously. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the second I got the words out.
How are you gonna help us?
Where's the exit?
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open, and the door over there...
He kind of cut himself off. I think he was considering something before he changed his mind.
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Can't you hear it? That voice said the incinerator's gonna start up soon. So...
The voice spoke again.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
They only had 15 minutes. I looked back down at the kids. Looks like a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor. No way I could pull them up. Too big of a distance for any of us to reach. What the hell was I gonna do? But then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
He's gonna pull the
What?
sheets.
Where is he going? Are you just gonna leave us here?
They just
Yep,
got
bye.
frightened again. I'm not the best at that kind of thing, but I tried to reassure them with a smile. Don't worry, all right? I'll be back, I promise. So just stay calm and wait right there. Got it? I didn't wait to hear them respond. There wasn't time. I had to hurry. Well, as fast as a guy could on his hands and knees. Didn't take me long to get back to my cell. Still no way out of there, but I had a plan. I needed something from the room. When I got it, I dove back into the hole and took off towards the incinerator. Then... Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope I brought with me. Back in the cell, I'd torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope. It was sloppy,
Yes,
but it
sir.
got the job done. All right, just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time.
Right!
Wait a sec. Something was off. There were more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go? The boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me you opened that door?
That's what I said!
Then what the hell are you doing here?
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Look, the only people who can go through the numbered door...
He was in the middle of explaining when...
Incineration will begin in 5 minutes.
The wall shook a bit from the voice bouncing around.
So how did Akane die?
Look, that can wait, all right? Just get us out of here!
Right! I grabbed onto the rope. The first one I pulled up was a girl with a ponytail. Next was a girl with a red necktie. A boy in a jacket came after. He said he'd climb up on his own. The boy in the uniform at the last up. Like the other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked. He moved fast. But we heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door. It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, An angry face was staring in.
God damn it! What's going on here? Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
The door opened, and a man stepped in looking half mad with fury. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation. The man's name was Gintaru Hongo. The Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope. Yeah! It was like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope.
Hurry! I know!
The boy in the uniform booked it up the rope.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him. I hauled him up and tossed him into the duct behind me.
No!
Hongo had lost it. His face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. He was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster. I quickly reeled in the rope, leaving a furious Hongo yelling at me from the floor.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
Experiment? What experiment?
Incineration will begin in 1 minute.
Hey, old man! What the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
The boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in the raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me.
As you should, typical, yes.
No point to going back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Everybody nodded and took turns sliding down it. The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on either side. The one on the left was a normal double door. But the one on the right was familiar. It had black and yellow stripes, and a device next to it on the wall. The plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator?
Yeah, that's where we were.
It was the girl with the red tie who answered me. We were inside an incinerator?
Yeah, Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Wait, what? If he's still in there...
Yeah, that's not good.
That meant we gotta get out of here. Go to the other door, hurry! The kids started running, and I was close on their heels. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase. Run! Didn't need to tell them twice. We went up and up and up. Our feet pounded the steps, our arms pumping fast. We went round and round and round. The devil was on our tail. The stairway kept going. We passed a couple of landings when the boy in the uniform suddenly spoke.
Oh, that snake. Got it.
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Akane?
Okay.
My kid sister. The girl with the red necktie.
Akane. That's strange. I didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey! Akane!
He kept his hands around his mouth and yelled.
Maybe we outran her.
The boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too, and so did the other two kids. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs.
He turned to go.
Why?
Hey kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait! I don't think the kid even heard me. Fuck! I spun around to the boy in the jacket, the girl with the ponytail. I'm going after him. You two keep going, alright? You got it? The girl nodded and ran up the stairs. But the boy...
I'm going with you.
I didn't have time to argue. I just nodded and took off down the stairs. I could hear him following me. We ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her. Akane was nowhere to be found.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated. And then suddenly...
Help me! Somebody help me!
We heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. That bastard Hongo had Akane by the arm and was forcing her into the incinerator.
Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to! Let me go, please! Let go of me!
She planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away. But Hongo was bigger and stronger. She wasn't gonna win.
Akane!
Her brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me!
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Alright, listen.
Hongo lifted Akane bodily into the air and threw her, still fighting him, into the incinerator.
Ah!
Before we could even blink, Hongo had leapt through the door after her. We saw him land inside. And then, the door slammed shut. We ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open. But
Ah! Fuck! It's no use! The goddamn thing won't move an inch!
he started slamming his fists against the door. He was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
You came back!
Her voice was muffled, but all of us could hear the sheer terror in it.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here!
Where's Hongo?
A salute?
He went out the other door!
What?
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes.
We're gonna get
Please
child back.
evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing!
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, alright? We're gonna figure out a way to save you.
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right then.
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
Please help me! I'm really scared! I don't want to die, please! I don't want to die! I don't want to die!
It's gonna be alright. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me?
It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door. Her brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there, fists clenched so tight his knuckles were white.
Yes, sir.
What happened then?
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. You think I want to remember that?
Then...
Yeah. Shit. If I'd known it was gonna be like this, I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
Hey, are you sure?
Huh?
Look, I don't want to ask this either, but there's something I don't get. So if you could just tell me, did that girl, Akane, really...
Yeah, I'm sure. There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended, and we heard something burning. The fire stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed. The door opened. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in. We followed, too numb to speak. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. And in the middle of the room, there it lay. The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then...
Can I ask you one more thing?
What's that?
The girl, Akane. What was her...
What does it matter to you?
What's her last name? Damn it!
Just tell me, okay? Please?
Kurashiki.
I called it. June was a red flag. I knew it. June was a red flag. I knew it. Ha 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 ha. I called it. Ha ha. What?
Her name was Akane Kurashiki. You were there that day, weren't you? The tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it?
Oh?
Yes, it was. You are correct, Detective.
Oh. I thought he was asking Junpei.
Don't misunderstand me. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago.
So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
Of course not.
Clover, what about you?
Hey, come on! You really think I'm working with Zero? I told you before, you idiot! I was in Nevada, in Building Q. I did hear that a detective rescued the kids on the boat, but... I didn't know it was you!
Well, I guess I believe you. Alright, let me ask you another question. Santa's real name is Aoi Kurashiki. He's Akane's brother. You know that?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Well, yes. I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother. But I didn't know he was Santa. At least not from the beginning. 9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. His voice is entirely different now. I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing wasn't able to make that connection. As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi.
When did you figure it out?
Clover told me that Santa might have been one of the subjects of the initial experiment. It was only a short while ago, while we were leaving the library. When she told me that, I had a feeling.
Santa is Aoi? Akane Kurashiki, June's brother? There's still a lot we don't know. I mean, like a lot. But there is one thing I think we can say we know.
What's that?
The body we found in the shower room. It had to be Nijisaki, dressed up to look like Snake.
Yes, sir!
What?
Come on, man, what kind of detective are you? You didn't figure that out already?
Hey, go easy on me, man. I just got my memory back, alright? Cut me some slack.
Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then, don't they? Yeah, that's right. Murder. Kubota blew himself up, but that was murder too. So why did these murders take place?
If Junpei is correct, and the body in the shower room was Nijisaki's, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonary Project.
That means all that's alive, who's left alive from that is just Ace.
Kubota,
dead.
the person
Ace
who
is left.
conducted the actual experiments. Nijisaki, Hongo's assistant. Musashido, the man who financed the project.
I don't know how this one dies, though. I don't know how this one died. We just
You mean this
found
was
him
all
dead.
just revenge? Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister. That's why he killed them.
No, I don't think Santa actually murdered anyone. If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it? I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you.
Yes,
Yep,
Right.
the next target will be Gentaro Hongo.
the person who planned the Nonary Project.
In other words, Ace.
Yes,
What?
sir!
What the hell's going on here?
It must be 6 a.m. Our time is up.
Shit!
Come on, we need to get out of here.
How?
I'm betting this sucker opens the exit. Come on, let's go.
YouTube it as the file screen. The file has a picture. Okay. Junpei, look, it's unlocked! Yeah, now we can go back to the library. Hurry up, Junpei, we don't have much time. Let's go! Alright, let's go. You found it.
Huh. I think the shaking stopped.
It would seem so, but we are yet to be out of danger.
You're right. Let's hurry.
This exit needs the Uranus card, too. Hey, Junpei.
Yeah, I know. All right, it's open. Let's go. Okay, Neptune Key, let's see if you work.
We have so much to do.
Yes! I think it unlocked. It says incinerator. So this is the incinerator.
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah, I think so.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door.
Yeah, right here.
Pull that and the door should open.
Got it.
Are we gonna see everyone else? Because that's what happened with Ace.
Let's go. What the hell is going on? What's wrong? Are you okay?
Ace? Who's June?
Jumpy.
Who the fuck are you?
You came to get me.
Of course
Hey, who
I
are
did.
you?
I made a promise.
I'm so glad
Who are
you're
you?
here. So glad.
Hey, what happened to you?
I'm fine. I just
I don't
fainted.
trust you.
I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
Are you sure?
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll be fine. You shouldn't worry about me.
Santa.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
I don't have it. I got sucker punched and they took the gun.
What? Who took it?
What? Isn't that obvious?
I took the gun.
Yes, sir. We're back
Ace.
to this screen.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals?
You have me at a disadvantage. And I don't like that. You know me, but I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
Poor Lotus. Honestly, in every other ending that was bad, she died. This is the only ending where she actually is, so far, knocking on wood, still alive.
The pain of
But it doesn't
prosopagnosia,
look good now.
right?
Another irritating insect. And how do you know that?
Good question.
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go. First is 1. Give me your hand. 8. And with this, 9.
The ninth man. Kubota's bracelet.
I believe I've won this game. I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is. What the hell are you planning, Santa?
At any rate, this game ends now. I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye. Wait! What? Why isn't it opening? One more time. Now open!
Poor Lotus.
No! What is this? What? The digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Well,
Now!
Don't know how to
No! Ugh.
Oh, that was close. Too close. Thank you, Seven.
Don't mention it. Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit. After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat.
Okay, but hear me out. I know it's illegal. Now that you know that you're a cop, but hear me out. Shoot him in the leg.
9 years ago? Then you must be...
Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
Oh.
Ace, you killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Wait, Nijisaki?
Oh, right. You don't know yet. All right, we'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him.
Yes, sir.
The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital route, which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank? You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota. But he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki. Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not... That was Nijisaki? Why?
Yes, sir.
How did...
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid. But his presence made you think.
Oh, was he blind back then too?
Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed. And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki was dead.
And you mean to say... Snake is still alive?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you, and you left the room. You had been in charge of the nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle, which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it.
But why was Musashido in
You
there?
picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest. One blow was all it took. And then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote. But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace, Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it. But why?
That's what I'm asking.
Because of this.
What's with the paper?
Just read it.
Let's see. Number 1. There are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I have prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please. 0.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation. I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem. I was little more than a puppet, in many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap. But yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap. And I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki, no doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned the nonary game this time around was Zero, and Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh? Yeah, You got me. I'm Aoi Kurishiki. I was one of the kids in the nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's two things you got wrong. Number one, I ain't Zero.
True, it's
What?
June.
Wait, what?
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary. But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say two things? You made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose. There's another reason you guys were playing the nonary game. To save someone.
Save someone?
Right. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
What the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurishiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw... What? What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurishiki? Oh, my head! My head, it feels like it's gonna pop!
7! What the hell is going on?
I don't know, I just... Oh! I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode!
What was the Nonary Project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was that phenomenon? For two organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact. The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the Gigantic. They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic. The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but there was a mistake. Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed on the Gigantic with the receivers, like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic. I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei.
Where what is going?
Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's...
He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternative futures, then? Imagine a river that splits into like an upside-down Y. The river flows from the top to the bottom, from a single stream into 2 branches. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backward. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backward. That's why people in the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river, but I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am I, the 9th letter of the alphabet. But I am also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0. Not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0. Where did she go? June. No. Connie.
Santa!
Where did you go? Why is Clover?
Freeze.
Oh shit! Santa's got the gun. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. 7, you dumbass, why didn't you have the gun, you cop? Looks like he turned the tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head. Sure isn't about to take that gun off him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either, but he looks drained. I guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through that door,
Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
He can't get through any numbered doors with just two people.
Didn't
What
I
the
tell
hell is he
you?
thinking?
I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
That's it? That's all he's gonna give us? What the hell does that even mean? Shit, they're out. And now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least 7's headache is gone. He seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Let's see if this door still opens.
Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
Oh, you mean we're trapped?
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
No. No, you can't be serious.
Oh, but he is. Shit, we gotta do something. Maybe he can still get out. Maybe we can still get out the 9 door. There's the red. Yeah, alright, we can do this. I just gotta... No, it's not gonna work. There's no way. The 5 of us can't open this door. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 equals 26. 2 plus 6 is 8. Is there any combination that'll work?
Can I borrow your pen and notebook?
Sure, why not? I don't think we're gonna need them. Ever again. Well, she certainly looks purposeful. Looks like she'll write equations, a lot of them. Man, she doesn't look very happy. What? Hey, don't need to be ripping pages out like that.
What the hell are you doing,
Jeez.
Clover? Give me that!
Alright, at least 7 got it from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she was writing. Let's see. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7. Ooh.
What?
And there's no other way?
Lotus. Looks like she figured it out, though. Man, this is
It's
just
okay.
cruel.
Go.
Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot!
Whoa, where the hell did that come from? Looks like she expected that
Without...
about as much as I did.
If you're not... Look, it'd be bad, alright?
For a cop, he
Bad?
sure doesn't have much confidence.
Yeah. If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, alright? End of story.
7.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Me too.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
You're all idiots.
Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you
That
about
being
to cry.
said, however, I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
Huh? Why?
I trust you remember what happened to Ace? I couldn't, see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier at the Red.
Oh, yeah.
No! What is this? Why? The digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Just to see, why don't we give it a shot?
Give it a shot.
Yes, that is what I said.
were right.
It ain't opening.
But it did open 9 years ago. The digital route was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Shit. If we can't get through the door, we can't get out. The walls are way too high. There's no way in hell we could get to that hole 7 popped out of 9 years ago. All we can do is stand here and stare at this door with a 9 on it. Guess this is it. This is the end. What? 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 I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums, I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew. I knew everything about him. Why do we have a Connie vision? What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set, we were resonant, and we were as one. Did you not exist at all? I was him, and at the same time, I was an observer. That doesn't make sense. Never mind. It started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb has gone off on the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him, and we became one inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind 9 years in the future, but I didn't lose myself. I was living in 2 realities at once. One was the present, and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually, it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I was concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp at what was happening.
Come on, over here!
That was my brother, Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age. And they all looked like younger version of the characters we play now.
Come on, hurry up!
Except maybe the glasses. Alright, that's a leeway. We ran down a long, straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got in a fist fight. A girl was watching. I didn't see. So I saw a girl was watching them. Began to cry. I want to go home. She cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It has been 2 hours since the nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart, but just when all hope seemed lost, light started talking. He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him
Hello?
Snake.
Everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
Okay, so Snake was always blind. That was weird. I thought Clover said something else. Something different than that, but okay. He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fights died down, and we
I have
gathered
a
around
little
him.
sister. She is very important to me. Right now, she is over in Building Q and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 4-leaf clovers.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is difficult. But my sister means a great deal to me, and I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually, he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Don't ever forget. So long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with number 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time, there was only 1. But if there were only 1 door, that meant only 5 people
What are
could
we gonna
escape.
do? There aren't any other doors!
We began to panic. Then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already,
Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
my brother Owie swallowed
I think it
hard.
means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator, and that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
No! Help me!
Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, high up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. It was a huge, frightening mountain of a man as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him...
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like Seven had said it did. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by Seven. We crawled through the vent away from the incinerator and slid down into the hall. We came out to the other side of the door 9. On the opposite side, the door was set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother Owie, Snake, and Seven. The other children, the ones who'd gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed him down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop. I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was
Oh
when I
no,
realized
where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present?
I knew I had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then, had I dropped it as we slid out? I had to go back, I had to, but I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me, I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think, I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around
There it is!
frantically. It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back towards the stairs of freedom, the door to the incinerator opened, and a man stepped out. It was Hongo. Gentaro Hongo. 9 years later, we'd call him
Ah,
Ace.
how wonderful to see you decided to come back.
His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the
Come
corners
with
of
me.
his mouth.
We must continue the experiment.
I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongo's hand close over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
There was an edge of insanity to his voice now. I pulled
No,
as hard as I
stop!
could.
Let go of me! Let go!
I shook my body and flared my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me. But I was still only a child. I was no match for a man
Stop
like
struggling,
Hongo.
goddammit! Do as I tell you!
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator.
Help me!
I screamed.
Somebody help me!
Then suddenly, the door to the stairs flew open. My brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came Simon and Snake.
Akane!
He cried my name again as he leapt toward
You came
Hongo.
back!
I cried out.
Ah! You're
then-
too late, idiot!
Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator. The force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open number 9 door. Hongo stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fists clenched. But those fists never reached Hongo. With the cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongo glanced at me mechanically, in his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red and sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked the screen and tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no efforts to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all and walked past me as though I was nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later, the 2 other doors slid shut as well. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran towards the door.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice. My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around
What
the
should
empty
I
room.
do? I think I'm trapped in here!
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
What?
Then it started again.
Warning. Emergency Incineration Command has been acknowledged. Incineration will begin in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Holy shit. Holy shit, man. I knew what it was gonna say, but that's one hell of a creepy
I knew
voice.
it!
It's starting.
Santa started the incinerator.
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiments. You aren't making any sense.
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise, I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
You know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn!
what kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means.
Well,
God damn it! Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want. But you have to do something for me. 7, figure this out.
What? Why me?
Just shut up and stop this thing!
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
Because I looked for it 9 years ago.
Yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her. Wait. The floor. It's moving. Hey, yo. What else can I
What the
say
hell
about
is
it,
that?
but-
What is that?
What else could I say? The floor opened and a machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer. At least, it kind of did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off, even as more took their place, and forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass drenched in tears. That's alright. Well, we know where we got this image from now. Alright, cool. All I can see on the screen is a reflection of my own face. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, calm down, alright? Everything's gonna be okay. Gah! Man, I wish that thing would just shut up.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
Alright, back to this thing. If it's only showing up now, then it's gonna be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do with it?
Hey, move!
Gah! Hey! We're all tense, lady. That doesn't mean you get
Okay,
to
it's
shove
turned on.
people around.
There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
Sure, I'll just push buttons. I'm sure that'll... well, at least it's on now.
What is
What's on the
this?
screen, though?
What's up?
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
It's got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered across a 5 by 5 grid. The numbers ranging from
Do you
1
think
to
that
8.
if we solve this puzzle,
The incinerator will stop? Yeah. Well, we can hope, right?
Alright, puzzle. How do you work? Oh man, a goddamn voice again.
Incineration will begin in 13 minutes.
Shit, 13 minutes. Can I really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. My heart was pounding like it was gonna explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I was sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. My connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds ticked by as I stared at the screen, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. Then I heard a voice.
What are you doing?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry door was a face, a frightening, evil face. It was Hongo. How long has he been watching
Don't
me?
know what to do.
He was yelling, but his voice was still
Simple,
muffled.
really. But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like the claws of a vicious monster. I bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back hot tears.
terrible person! I hate you!
Oh my! How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice. I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty. You see? I've even left you a way out.
A way out?
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man.
Huh?
If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
activation function of the red?
Then I remembered. Before Uncle left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
So you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
I looked down at my left hand. The face on my bracelet showed a 5. Oh, plus 3 plus 5 is 9. I ran to the door with a 9 on it. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel.
You really aren't one for listening, are you?
I hear Uncle's muffled voice.
I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you?
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys.
Monkey.
Now start the experiment.
I can't! I don't know how!
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
I can't!
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive. It's gonna be quite hot in there in a few minutes. I imagine it will be very painful.
His horrible laugh echoed across the room, and even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
Incineration will begin in 10 minutes.
I was crying, great gulping sobs broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow, I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor.
I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
What was I gonna do? I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was, how was I gonna die? My palms were sweaty, my knees were weak, there was vomit on my sweater, mobbed spaghetti, and my blood was boiling in my veins. It was hot, so hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it would pound itself to pieces. Dink, a dink, a dink. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Jumpy has given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me! Jumpy! Help me! Help me! Help me! Jumpy! 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 Please! Help me! Jumpy!
Akane?
Akane!
Who the hell is Akane?
Shut up! Just shut the hell up!
Seven and Lotus-Stone on the stand. I think Clover and Snake have an idea, though. Clover's looking at me, and I think Snake may have figured it out. No, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd she go? Maybe over here?
Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane! Say something!
Fuck! Didn't something break our connection? I swear I just heard her.
Akane! Answer me! Akane!
Jumpy?
Where's this going? I spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He was in the room, of course, but I heard it so clearly.
Jumpy!
He was right there. I screamed as loud as I could.
Akane!
Jumpy!
That's her. She's there. Then that means...
Akane! Akane!
Are you in an incinerator right now?
Yes, I am! How did you know?
I couldn't believe they knew that.
Right. There's only one way to help her. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
I think I get it now.
Incineration will
I
begin
don't!
in 7 minutes.
Jumpy, we don't have time!
As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve the puzzle in order to stop the incinerator.
Got it!
And I do. I get everything now. At last, I finally understand what all of this means. I don't! Can you fill me in? I know why the Nonary game was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. My God, this is insane! I can't believe it, but there's only one possible answer. June is, Zero is, Akane Kurashiki. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. That means that there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Akane Kurashiki. I must save her no matter what.
Incineration will begin in 6 minutes.
I have so many questions about June. The voice reminded me how much time I had left.
Yeah, I know! Just hang on, alright? I promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die. I promise. So don't worry, alright? Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. It felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart burned with my feelings for him. Alright, time to get to work, Junpei. Is Nate talking to them about something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Get out of my way!
Hey, what are you...
Just trust me, okay?
Sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more at stake here than your pride. I'll apologize later, alright? Now let's have a look at this thing. We've got numbers all over this grid. I think the panels are out of order, so I just need to switch these out. Staring at it isn't going to accomplish anything. I'll just have
Think
to
of
try
what I
it.
did all those times before. I'm gonna do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
I'm sorry? Seek a way out. When I press hint, numbers appear to my empty spots on the grid. They're all single digits. I get the feeling the numbers change when I switched out the yellow squares. The square at the bottom. Why does it stay blank when I press hint? Press the button again makes the numbers disappear. Looks like I can turn them on and off. Then there's some special meaning to these two modes. What could it mean? Maybe I need to make all the numbers and the squares the same. Switch out the yellow square. Numbers that showed up in the hint changed too. See if numbers are affected by the J square. For example, when I switched out to 3 and 5, the hint of the number increased by 2. I bet the hint just adds the surrounding numbers. No. Okay, don't worry about it now. Put that there for now. Let's go from here. No, that's wrong. Let's go from here. No, that's wrong. Stay from here. Go from here. No. No, that worked. Okay. Move on. We need a different number. Or do we all need one? No, that's foolish. Oh, wait, go back. That stayed. Okay. Alright, let me reset. Okay. Damn it. Am I supposed to get it to 9? Square has a different role if landed what the number goes up to. It wasn't supposed to go to 9? But alright. It's supposed to go to 5? As in like her number? I mean, it would make sense. Right? To get all the numbers down to 5 to her number, but then again... I don't know. Let me think. Wait, there's a password. I thought it was his password. Plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 equals 9. That's why
Yes,
everything else
that's
was
it.
everything like that.
Akane! Did you get it?
Yes, I did! I solved it! I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did! Now I just have to press enter!
Then what the hell are you waiting for? Push it!
Okay, I will!
I hit the enter key.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled.
Jumpy! It worked! It worked! The incinerator shut down! It worked!
Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him. They were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and becoming a puzzle god, and relief flooded my body. At the same time, what strength I had left disappeared and I collapsed to the floor. For a while, I just laid there, laughing and crying and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst.
Whew.
I can't quite believe I did that, but I'm so glad. So glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. No, I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of shit.
Akane!
I need to tell Akane.
Sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
Hang up now!
Oh, of course, that's fine!
I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. Then I looked over at the corner of the floor. There were the two bracelets Hongo had left behind.
Now.
Well, Seven and Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your lives, guys.
Are you...
Okay.
Shut it!
Right. Okay, so maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. So what if I haven't pressed the enter key yet? Alright, nothing holding me back now. Here goes. Wait.
Incineration will begin in 90 seconds.
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough to hit it again. And again, and again. Okay, it's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell's going on? Got all the right numbers in the right box. It's perfect. But the fuck isn't this thing
Incineration
stopping?
will begin in 60 seconds.
Of course. Where is it? That showed up after the puzzle meme. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then, door 9. No, that's it. That number on the door isn't a 9. It's not even a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Is it a Q? Of course. Then we just have to put the right number in the red end.
Incineration will begin in 30 seconds.
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Oh shit, don't have much time! Man, I sure hope they can just trust me on this one or else we are all fucked!
Quick! Verify your numbers on the red! Verify? Who?
What combination?
All of us! We all need to verify!
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
Hurry.
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
Or is it a 6? I'm not doing this, man. Oh, thanks fucking Christ. So now time to
Hurry!
be- Go!
We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes! Go, go, go!
Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei. Just in time. And there goes the door. No, don't come down yet. You're not done. You still gotta find the dead.
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
Alright, we getting there. Man, that guy sure can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. Just want to take a nap,
Akane!
but-
Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel, but nothing. The door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother.
Akane!
Oi!
I cried his name even though my voice was almost gone from screaming and leapt into his arms.
Oh, oi!
Akane!
I buried my face in his chest and cried again. I cried and cried and cried, and steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt like the warmth of another human body in what had seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever. But I couldn't. The moment I passed through the door, my bracelet had begun to count down to death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to and scan all the bracelets I had. I left the one Toga dropped on the scanner panel. Blah, blah, blah. That was it. Honestly, imagine if you just forgot to take him with you. I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective who we call 7 in 9 years and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their
Alright,
mouths
let's get out of
open.
here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Aoi was right. It was time to get moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom. Time for more running. But if they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. Our heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Huh? Is 7
Hey,
talking?
Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8. It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh? What?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
Then how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10. B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same. So I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15,
H is 17, I is 18, J is 19.
K is 20, L is 21, M is 22.
N is 23, O is 24, P is 25.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Q.
26!
And what does that mean?
That wasn't a 9 on the door.
I hate
It
it
was
here.
a Q! A fucking lowercase Q!
Yep, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
Time for more running. God, my thighs are killing me. God, I can't believe I just called that. I hate it here. I swear any moment now I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every cell in my body is dying for air. Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest. No, can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be many more of these steps left. Let's run. Run like a bullet down a rifle barrel. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I feel like we're getting along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally!
Whew.
Jesus, I could barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together.
All right,
You're almost there.
I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes, we're finally here!
Please do.
Sure, you look like a big heavy door, but you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. But even more important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open and you're gonna open now. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only because my brother and I were back together again. Thanks to a huge detective, all 9 of us have been kidnapped. Hold on one sec. We're finally able to escape from the gigantic. On the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed across the ocean.
It's over.
Then it was gone.
Yeah.
It was over. It was finally over. What was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. I'm gonna end it off there. Because I have no more time. We'll finish it up and then we'll continue on with the next game. See you then.